How we doing? I don't know why I was nodding then. I was listening to some great tunes before the stream started. That was cringeworthy. Hope you're all doing well. Game week 13, eh? With 12 game weeks completed already of this season. Unbelievable. Unbelievable scenes. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope you've all had a good week. Don't know what viewership's going to be like on this stream, given it's an afternoon, evening deadline. So yeah, interesting one. Who's my captain? I'm pretty damn sure, mate. I'm pretty damn sure it's going to be Mo Salah. Pretty damn sure about that. I just think, Man City have been really poor. Yeah, I think it makes sense. Salah's the one for me, mate. Let me know. Who's your captain? Good to see you, Antonio. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're all doing well because, yeah. We got a lot of FPL coming up, haven't we? Midweek deadline for Game Week 14. Friday deadline for Game Week 13. It's going to be crazy. Good to see you, Uwe, my newest member. Hope you're doing well, mate. I hope Berkshire... I was in Berkshire yesterday. I was in Reading for work. So there you go. Mbumo tempting, yeah. I just feel like he's obviously a really good option, Mbumo. I just feel like he's dropped off a little bit in recent weeks. I might be clowning myself there saying that, to be fair. But let's have a look. Yeah, it just feels like he's fallen off a little bit. Happy Friday to Paul. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I suppose he's still got 9 returns and 12 stars, hasn't he? Lalix, we got all the members in the house. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. So I've made one early transfer. I will reveal I've made one early transfer. Can you guess what I've done? Can you guess what I've done? I have made one early transfer. Yes, mate. I did do Pedro. I did Jimenez to João Pedro. Because if I made the move today, I'd be 0.2 million worse off. I just didn't fancy that. I also am considering bringing in... I was considering bringing in Gabriel. But you know what? I actually think I prefer Timber. Because if I bring in Timber... Let's have a look. Let's go on Fantasy Football Hub. Very useful Fantasy Football Hub. By the way, there's a link in the description. You get a free month if you sign up to Fantasy Football Hub today. Pick and rating. There we go. Yeah, it makes sense. Mate, who's CP? Oh, Cole Palmer. I'll probably go Palmer, mate. So we need to fill in the moves that I've done. We've done that. I've actually got 0.6 in the bank. I'll have you know. I'm also really keen to get Timber in because I think he offers similar value to Gabriel, but he's a heck of a lot cheaper. And then that leaves me some cash in the bank to allow me to go, not doing it this week, but Wood to Cunha. But I must say, I'm not like massively enthusiastic about Cunha. Because I think half his goals have been absolute screamers from outside the box. And I would just question how sustainable that is. Controversial, I know. FPL Tom, fantastic to see you, mate. I'm sure you'll be going live later. No, I don't know what this is, mate. I don't know. My skin's saying it doesn't like me today. And it's really cold outside. I've just been outside for a walk and my nose just got the brunt of it, basically. Yeah, I think I'll be keeping Haaland. Yeah. So anyway, I'm looking at this team, right? And I'm thinking I want to get rid of Flecken next week. We'll get Verbruggen in. So we'll do that. We'll get Verbruggen in. Trying to manage my voice a little bit better. Are you struggling, are you? And then I'm struggling working out what to do with Mbumo. Although I think he could survive Aston Villa and Newcastle, to be fair. Yeah, but it's only one game, mate. I'm Haaland has still put up decent numbers. We look at Haaland's stats, right? Everyone said he's been rubbish. But you look at his XG, expected goals involvement, right? Against Southampton, he put up 2.33. Against Bournemouth, he did 0.9. Against Brighton, he did 1.38. Against Tottenham, he did 0.35. Only 3 games this entire season. He scored in one of them as he put up less than 0.5 XGI. Fair enough, Tom. It's hardcore, this streaming life, isn't it? You sure it wasn't those, Then you get glandular fever from kissing people? Mate, I'm not making assumptions. I'm just saying. I sold Haaland and upgraded my whole team. Bro, it's a hard life. I'm going to say who I'm going to captain about 250 times, I reckon, this afternoon. I'm ready for it, man. Salah. Salah. That's who I'm captaining. No one asked me now. 4 free transfers. Thoughts on Salah, Saka, João Pedro and Van Heck in for Foden? Yeah, I like that. I prefer Isak. Jackson's on 4 yellow cards. I don't like that. I would go for Isak. And Isak's on penalties. Yeah, I've got Salah, Haaland and Palmer, mate. Who will get more points this week out of Cunha and Solanke? Ooh, that's a good question. That is a good question. Go on, I'm going to be bold. I'm going to say Solanke. Why not? I don't know. I mean, it's a 50-50. I just pulled one out. Jackson on 4 yellows. Yeah, man. You got to look at these things when you buy players, mate. But it is what it is. Yeah, obviously captaining Palmer is an option. I'm not denying it. Just for me, with the form that he's been on, I'm going to give it to Salah. When does Guardiola become a sell? Well, I'll be getting rid of him this week, mate. I am really thinking about going for either Timber or Gabriel to replace Guardiola. Should I start Milenkovic over Trent? Yeah, I would. I would consider selling Trent, to be honest. Cunha not in your team is wild, yeah, but who's he come in for, you know? Who is Cunha better than? I know Haaland's got Liverpool, I know, but it's still Haaland. I'm quite happy to one more week without Cunha is fine. I agree on Timber. I think I'm going to be going for him. Considering he's worth 0.7 million less than Gabriel is worth it. Oh, I've got to send you something, Tom. 2 seconds. It's a message I got on an app of that nature. I sent it to Sam actually because I thought he'd find it quite funny. Let's see if I can find you. I'll send it to you, mate. It's funny. Bear with stream. I'm just texting FPL Tom. There you go. Would you start Diaz if you have him? What's people's thoughts on Luis Diaz? Do you think he starts against Man City? I tell you what, I don't mind João Pedro as captain. It's not for me. I'm going to go for Salah because I think Salah's the best captain. But I don't mind João Pedro. Yeah, Mazwari looks good, mate. I'd say if I were to pick one Man United defender, I'd go for him, I reckon. But again, I'd be just cautious about Man United players in general, to be honest. Bar Bruno Fernandes, I'd be cautious in general. If you don't have Salah, would you captain Palmer, Saka, or João Pedro? What does your gut tell you, Lucas? What does your gut say is the best thing to do? What's your first instinct? No, Skills, I wouldn't do that. Start Kanate or Hall? I would start Hall. Palmer, mate. Ryan, of course. Bear with, my friend. I will do exactly that. Good to see you, Alexandru, my friend. I hope you're well. I'm just doing a team review for our mate Ryan here. That's very, very grateful for that, mate. Just loading up the team review site. There we go. Do, 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 do. 4469807. You've done Guardiola to Veltman. Interesting. Let's do that then. Remove Veltman. I'm not a big fan of Jamie Vardy. I would go for João Pedro in for Vardy. Oh, but you got to take a hit. Ooh, would I take a hit? Would I take a hit? What's Vardy's recent minutes like? If Vardy's recent minutes are poor, I'd do the hit. But if they're good, I wouldn't. What's Vardy's minutes saying? Oh, they're not bad. He's probably going to... Excuse me. Probably going to start against Brentford. I think you have to hold off. I think that's all you can do, mate. I think that's all you can do. Unless you have something else planned. I think that's all you can do. You could, I guess, do Vardy to Jackson, but Jackson's on 4 yellows. Yeah, but it's just whether it's worth a hit. Because Brentford, they're not great defensively, right? So Vardy has as good a chance of any as scoring, really. So, I don't know. Also, I've got something rather embarrassing to show you guys in a sec. So I do think it's a good move, Ryan, but I'm not sure it's worth a hit. Sorry, we're just checking Ryan's team because he sent in a super chat. I'll do a set of members' team reviews on the hour, and then I will we'll do the quiz. But yeah, those are my thoughts, Ryan, really. Also, do you want to see the embarrassing thing? I went to the barbers this week and I got a fade. Check that out. Check that out. That is not a fade, is it? What is that? What is that? Huge from Paul. Love that, Alexandru. Tarek, huge. Yeah, man, I'll review your team. Hopefully I helped you, Ryan. Feel free to shoot any more questions, but I'd probably stick with Vardy and just not take the hit because Cunha has to outscore him in order to do it. Sorry, outscore him by more than 4 points, and I'm not sure that's guaranteed. Alex, bro, I know. Look at the state of it. Look at it. That's not a fade. That's not what I asked for. Shocking. It's just a straight shave, innit? Money back on that one, I know, mate. I'm not going to swear. I'm not going to swear. I didn't swear. I know. That's very kind of you, Tarek. Let's have a look at your team. Yeah, exactly. You let it grow out. Right. You got 3 transfers here, mate. I tell you what, bro. You've paid me £2, right, to review your team. And I'm going to give you the most boring answer in human history. And that's, team's great. You don't need to do anything. I think this team is almost a wildcard team. Genuinely, which, well, it looks like it was last week. I just wouldn't do anything. Like, does anyone in the chat think there's a transfer that he could make here? Because for me, this team is, like, absolutely on the money, mate. I wouldn't make a change to it. I think it's great. Yeah. Good team. Good team. Yeah, Bruno to Saka, but he's got nothing in the bank, so he can't do it. So for me, mate, I'd stick with the team. Sorry to not actually offer you any suggested transfers, but I just wouldn't do anything to the team. You get Bruno and Mbeumo out. Why would you do that? They're great. I just hold, mate. Keep racking those transfers up. Keep racking those transfers up. It's a great team. SOG Gaming, like I said, we're just doing team. Sorry, we're just doing super chats at the moment. So a couple of people sent me a super chat. When you send me a super chat, it feels only right that I review your team. So I'm going to hover over the transfer. At 1.3 in the bank if I bring in Timber. Oh, you can't be selling Bruno after a wild card though. He's just wild carded him in. I think you got to keep the faith with Bruno. Okay, I'm looking at. There we go. Look, Timber's. It's coming in. Someone said they just love me. Well, I appreciate that, man. And it's wee wee. Have I just been told to say something silly? I don't think I have. No, I don't think I have. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. Well done, SOG Gaming. That's huge. The only rank that matters, though, and I know I've got ranks in my videos and stuff, but the only rank that ultimately matters in FPL is the one at Gameweek 38. That's all that matters. But you're doing very well. Lalix, the only worry I have is that he gets subbed off early, but that could actually be a benefit rather than a downside. And I also think he plays most of the games, given that Ben White's injured. So, yeah, I'm a little bit worried about his minutes, but I think the early subs could actually be beneficial, where he locks in the clean sheets. I'd start in Mbeumo, mate, over Wissa, definitely. Although I'd definitely start both of them. There must be someone else you can bench there. I definitely don't think FPL is easy, SOG Gaming. There's lots of people who are not doing very well this season. RTS, those emojis in every message, man. Well, I could go for Gabriel, mate, but he had a little bit of a knock in the Champions League, and I feel like I can't do Chris Wood to Cunha if I buy Gabriel, but I can if I buy Timber, and if I do it, I can also just have a bit more cash to do stuff with my team. I quite like the flexibility that I have. But yeah, I can see the point. Hopefully that makes sense. And I think with Ben White being out, Timber's going to play pretty much every game. I don't think Mbeumo's a sell, mate, personally. I don't think Mbeumo's a sell. Because even these red fixtures, right, I don't think they're that bad. Like Leicester this week, Villa, then Newcastle have not been very good this season, right? Villa concede goals, Chelsea concede goals. Forest, fair enough, is a tough one. Then they got Brighton, who concede goals. Arsenal, fair enough. Southampton, Man City and Liverpool. So come game week 21, you might want to get rid. But I don't know, man. For me, I'm not too worried about those Mbeumo fixtures. Might be mad for saying that, but I'm not too worried. And ultimately, the only player I'd realistically replace him with is Bruno, and I can't afford it. So I'm probably going to stick. I appreciate that comparison, mate, but is he live at the moment, is he? People can choose who they want to watch, mate. I'll leave it up to the masses. Bowen's a bit meh to me. Yeah. The fixtures are good, I suppose. Yeah, maybe. I'm just not. I don't feel ready to decide that yet, to be honest. Mate, my captain's already decided. I can't pick Saka because I don't have him. So it's got to be Salah. And I'm not too worried about that. I think Salah's the best captain anyway. I have 3 free transfers. Wissa to Jackson. And Mbumo to Mitoma. No, I just roll. Those transfers sound crazy, mate. I would roll. Wissa's got Leicester. And Mbumo's got Leicester. And Hall's got a reasonable fixture. I would not do that. Yes, I will do Wood to Cunha next week, but I can't justify doing Wood to Cunha when Wood has Ipswich. That doesn't feel right. Yeah, could Captain Palmer. I agree. I don't think there's much to separate Mbumo in. Oh, I've got a bit of a red mark on my nose, haven't I? Wonder where that's come from. Anyway, yeah, I don't think there's going to be much to separate Mbumo and Bruno. But my team defender need to trade. Which team will you prefer? Yeah, okay. Dean, yeah, I think Lewis Hall, 8 Nori, Colwill. I bought Colwill instead of Luca Dean last night, right? Last week, sorry. I can't say I'm all that excited about Colwill, I'll admit. But I think he's just going to play every game. And the fixture run there is really nice. You wouldn't be upset about having to start Colwill from game week 14 to like 23. So I just went for him because he's just there as an option, right? He's just always there. So I went for him for that reason. I'm going to sit back a bit, be a bit more comfortable. Rotate that boy down. There we go. If you had Bruno and Mazwari, would you be looking to get rid after the deadline? No. No. Ellie? Hey Tom, glad to be able to catch the stream. What's the news of Kanate? Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think Joe Gomez is going to play. Ooh, let's have a look at Kanate news then. You do Kanate to Timber, which I don't mind. I'm thinking of buying Timber this week. Let's have a look, see if there's any Kanate news. Okay, so, well, this is his Instagram post from Kanate. Thanks for all the messages of support. My injury isn't serious, thankfully. I had a scan today and it confirmed there is no break. I'll be ready for the next game. So that's the Kanate news. I do Guardiola to Timber Sampo. I'm literally doing that move and it's not funding anything. Yeah, I agree, Andy. Is Son to Saka a bad thing if we have nothing else? Don't make a transfer for the sake of it. I wouldn't do it. With the current form of City, would it be better? Well, check my captain, mate. You've asked the question, and my team is on the screen with both Salah and Palmer in, and I've got Salah as my captain. I'd miss the deadline if I didn't. So, well, that's what I'm here for, man. Hey, can you help me decide? Start Rodgers or bench Rodgers? I'll just start him, mate. Don't take a hit. Don't do it. Just start him. I'm starting him. Do you think Salah is the better? Yeah, he's my captain. Yeah, gotta be. Since the new position on Bruno, just keep him. That is very knee-jerk. I wouldn't sell Bruno for Mitoma. I don't think it's worth it. -4 defender, I don't think so, mate. I would just leave it. In order for a defender to be worth a -4, you can't, excuse me. The player you're selling is not going to play. This is the scenario where it's worth it. The player that you're selling is not going to play, and the defender that you're buying is he's definitely going to keep a clean sheet. And I just don't. That's the scenario where a -4 for a defender is worth it. I think Kanate is just going to play. We just said that. Ooh, I'd start Kanate. You'll have to tell me how to pronounce your name, but I would definitely buy Colwill. But this week makes it a bit tough, doesn't it? I'd also consider Lewis Hall. And Van Heck, yeah, it could be good. I just went Colwill because I think Chelsea are not actually that bad defensively. And I just think he's going to play every game. I had such a big lunch that I'm suffering now. I'm full. What's that on my screen? There we go. Would you go for Jackson and Semenyo or Mitoma and Cunha? Ailey, got ya. I'd bench Dunk track map. Start Raul, or I'd start the striker. I would start the striker. Who to bench between Pedro and Bumo? That's a disgusting decision. You must have someone else who should be benched instead of them. Jackson. I'd have to say Mitoma and Cunha because Jackson's on 4 yellow cards. We will have a quiz, Alexandru. Do you want to do it on the hour in 4 minutes' time? We can do that. It is a bit early for the deadline stream, mate, but it's what we do. And I do have to go at 5:30 UK time because I've got an awards evening for my swimming club to go to. So yeah, I'm actually busy this evening, so I have to finish an hour before the deadline, I'm afraid. Paul, no dramas, mate. Thank you very much for joining, and best of luck for the game week. Pedro. Oh, Pedro Porro, Kentaru. I'm getting Timber. Well, I don't know, Alex, to be honest. No one. I don't know. Might have one, might not. I don't know. It's like going to the Oscars and not knowing if you've won. We'll find out when we get there. Congrats. I would say I'm 80% sure I haven't won something, to be honest with you. Robin Anderson on Saka captain. It's rather large, mate. Bro, the calories I've had today have been rather large, but I did have a big gym session today. I've now I'm in the off season of swimming as well. I've been training my arms. So normally in the gym, I don't really do any arm exercises because it's a bit pointless for swimming because it's all about your lats and your chest and your legs and your shoulders. But I've been doing some arm isolation exercises, and which has been quite fun. Been quite fun being a bit vain in the gym with that. Have a great evening, my friend. You too. Which three would you start? Porro, Gabriel, 8, Nori, Dallo, Robinson. I would start Dallo. No, I would start Porro, Gabriel, 8, Nori. Porro, Gabriel, 8, Nori. Wouldn't Dunk be a good option to start? Yeah, but I'm just not sure if he's fit. I mean, if you get a strong feeling that he's fit and ready to go, then start him, sure. Well, Paul, I have the same dilemma because I do have the budget, and I think I'm going to go Timber because he's that's harsh on my haircut. By the way, look at the state of that fade I got this week. Look at that. Christ. Too right. So it's a good job I do YouTube that looks front on, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going for Timber because I think further down the line, you might be thankful of that extra budget. Oh, I haven't done my score predictions. We've got loads of stuff to go through. I'm not going to sell Haaland, no. I didn't do my score predictions, did I? Let's do score predictions and then we'll do the quiz. So, Brighton Southampton. I've gone 3-1 for Brighton. Brentford Leicester. I've got Brentford winning that one 3-0. Newcastle. I've got them winning 1-0 against Crystal Palace. It'll be a tight game, but I think they'll do it. Forest. I've got them beating Ipswich 2-0. Wolves and Bournemouth. I've got as a 2-2 draw. Arsenal 3-1. 3-1 against West Ham. Sorry, guys. I'm yawning like a madman. I'm really sorry about that. Where do we get to? Arsenal, West Ham. I got Chelsea beating Aston Villa 3-2. Man United, I think they keep a clean against Everton. I've got them winning that 2-0. Spurs 3, Fulham 1, and Liverpool 2, Man City 2. I think it's going to be 2-2 that game. That was my hunch. But if it's going to be 2-2, I think Salah's going to be involved in the goals. So, yeah. I'm buying an Arsenal defender, but I'm not 100% sure they keep a clean sheet. No, I think Bowen could have something to say about that. I just think on paper, mate, Salah's a better player and captain than Saka. It's just my opinion. And Mbumo captain, it's a shout. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate that. Pretty fair predictions, I reckon, aren't they? Pretty fair predictions. Oh, no, Alfred Swords. I think those are luxury moves. You don't need to make them. Like, I think Timber and Dallo probably have a similar chance of keeping a clean sheet this week. And Mbumo and Bowen, there's not much between the two of them. And most people will probably be selling Mbumo for Bowen in a couple of weeks' time. I just wouldn't do it. Are people ready for a quiz? Good to see you in the chat and that. Are people up and ready for a quiz? Let us know. We can do a quiz. Oh, after this game week? Yeah, I like it. Right, quiz time. Quiz time. Question number 1 of the quiz. Which teams kept a clean sheet in game week 12? There's more than one team. You've got to list them all. Which teams kept a clean sheet in game week 12? Not just one. You've got to tell me all of them. It's not just one. It's multiple teams. You've got to name them all. That's the answer. Yeah, I'd start Brendan Johnson, mate, over Garnacho, definitely. All the answers are flying in here. We'll just spend we'll do another 30 seconds. Wait for the answers to come in. The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is Arsenal, Everton, Brentford, Spurs, and West Ham. Well done to everyone who got that right. Bit of a different take on questions that I usually ask, so that might be a bit more challenging given there were multiple answers. So yeah, if you got them all, that's a point. If you got one wrong, I'm yawning like a madman. The objective of the question, by the way, was to get all the teams. So if you didn't get all the teams, I'm afraid it's no points. No points. Liverpool won 3-2, I believe. Am I correct in saying that? Or 3-1? Question number 2. Who's that? I've actually forgotten who this is. But who is that? Does anyone know who that is? I think this might be the hardest who is this question I've ever done. This is the hardest who is this I've ever done. Almost definitely the hardest who is this I've ever done. I'd be surprised if anyone gets this, actually. He's an active Premier League player. For sure. You'd all know who he is. It's tough, isn't it? Started off with 2 tough questions. It's funny seeing all the answers come in. Hey, Alexandra, you've answered it twice, bro. You only have one answer. I'm going to do another 10 seconds and then we'll reveal the answer. So this was purposely difficult. I thought this was the most difficult one of these I've ever done. Somehow, though, 2 people got it right, and I've no idea how they got it right. It's Ross Barkley of Aston Villa, who scored last week. But he's not bald, contrary to what Moko's saying. But yeah, it was Ross Barkley. 2 people got it right. Unbelievable. Jim and Kabir got it right. How did you get that? What did you do? How did you get it? How did you get that? I purposely made that the hardest one so far. Obviously, everyone knows who Ross Barkley is, so it's not like a trick question. But it is a hard one. Question number 3 then. In the Premier League, how many goals has Saka scored? How many Premier League goals has Saka scored? Hey, Jim, I am also a super recognizer, but I'm terrible with silhouettes. I can do facial features, but I'm terrible with silhouettes. So you must be an absolute extreme. Did you know there's, I'm sure you would have seen it as well, there's like a super recognizer society, if you're based in the UK, that you can sign up to, and then it gives you can do work for the police and stuff through them. Well, the point of the quiz, Ahmad, is not to bloody Google the answers. It's a quiz, it's a fun FPL quiz on a deadline stream, mate. You're Googling the answers. That's just poor form. Remember the name. Robert's a bit behind. He's guessing it's Isaac. I'll let the answers keep coming in. The answer, Saka has scored 7 goals. 7 Premier League goals in the league so far. I actually don't think it's 7, you know. I think I'm scamming you all. I think I'm actually scamming you all with this answer. It's not 7. That was the previous answer. He scored 4. So I basically I copied a similar question for last week. I keep doing this. It's funny that I always make a mistake on these questions. I think I had Salah in there who scored 7, and I forgot to change the number. So it's 4. So well done for everyone that got 4. Ignore my stupidity for guessing, for putting in 7. Because it's not 7, it's 4. Okay. Last week he did. Not so far. Who is this? Who is this? People call me an elite scam artist. It could be me. He's got a better haircut than I do at the moment, though. I've already done my haircut reveal, so we're gonna keep it hidden away for the rest of the stream now. Yeah, you know, we had basically. I live right opposite a barber shop, and he had a new guy working for him. It's a Turkish guy that runs the shop, very nice guy, and he knows like exactly how I like having my hair. So I know I go there and I'm guaranteed a good haircut. But there were 2 or 3 people waiting for him. No, I didn't cheat on my barber, so he's waiting for the main guy in the shop, and then he had a new barber like in the chair next to him, and I was like, well, I did it on my lunch break, so I didn't have a whole lot of time, so I was like, all right, I'll go to this new guy, and yeah, we shan't be going to him again, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I saw the answers roll in. It is Brennan Johnson. So well done, everyone that got that right. Keep your scores going in the chat. Let me know what you're on. I'll tell you what, this next question is going to be the great leveler. If anyone can actually get the next question right, I'll be impressed. This is probably the hardest quiz I've done, to be fair. Why are people saying Pep Guardiola? Oh, right, my barber. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Less said about that, the better. Make them easier? Bro, I've had people telling me to make them harder. I've got people telling me to make them easier, people telling me to make them harder. Tough game, this. Tough old game. By the way, that's the trim. I got a fade this week, and that is the fade that the barber gave me, for the record. So it's not a fade, is it? There's no fading going on. That's just hacked at it, basically, hasn't he? Let's be honest. Right, the final question. This is horrible. So, how many points does the number 1 overall player in FPL have right now? How many points are they on? It didn't look that bad in the shop, mate. I've no idea why. I just didn't notice it in the shop until I got home. Tell you what, some of these guesses are really good. The annoying thing is you can't really do quiz questions that people can't cheat on, so you just have to roll with it. It's the nature of the quiz. Why are you putting 975,000 points? That's not a thing. That's not a thing. The answer. Here it is. So it is Yassine Hilmi with 901 points. So well done, everyone that got that right and didn't cheat. Didn't cheat. Let me know in the chat what you scored in the quiz. The question should be what's the lowest points. That's true, but it's impossible to find out what the lowest points is. Maybe I can do that now while you tell me how many you got. Lowest ranked FPL team. It's not possible though, is it? It's not possible to check. It's not possible. Salah, Palmer, Saka, Jackson, Cunha, and Bumo. Or that's a tough decision. For me, there's only one man that can be my captain, and it answers Jess's question as well. The captaincy is on Salah. You can't see it because I've got the screen share on. The captaincy is on Salah, ladies and gents. I think I'm going to stick with that as well. I think he's got a pretty good record against Man City, just in general. Liverpool v Man City is usually a fairly high-scoring game. So for me, I'm going Salah. No, that can't be the decision you have to make, Alexandru. That's so awful. That's terrible. Yeah, I can't choose between them, mate. I think they're evens. The question is, Jess, who are you going to captain? That's the question. Who are you going to captain? Yeah, exactly, Nixie. You can't cheat. You have to be a genius to get them. I think the record will be broken. We'll see. The people that you see at the top have used all of their chips, though. So the only chip they wouldn't have used is their second wildcard and whatever the mystery chip is. Is wildcard in Game Week 18 good because of the fixture swing? Mate, the best time to play your wildcard depends on your individual team, really. Pedro captain. Paul, go for it, man. If you believe that he scores more than Salah, today's a good week to do it. Salah braces, I hope so. Alexandru has benched Isak. That is interesting. Yeah, so I did a captaincy poll for this stream, but apparently it's not worked. So we'll do a poll. Oh, Jess has retracted her message. I would have read it. Salah, but I could be convinced on captaining Pedro. Well, we'll have a look at some stats then in a second, and I might convince you. But I'm not going to do it. I mean, surely there's 4 options, right? If anyone's got another suggestion, then fair enough. But for me, those are the 4 options. You got Salah, Palmer, Saka, and Pedro. And outside of that, I don't really see anyone else. I guess Mbumo's a captaincy option as well, isn't he? I could only have 4 options on a YouTube poll, I'm afraid. Add Cunha. How? Yeah, Mbumo's in there as well. I'll tell you what, Salah, Palmer, Saka is going to be the most popular, isn't it? Other. Yeah, right. Let's go other. I have to do other. Right, there you go. So, here we go then. I've got some stats to show you. Because I didn't do a preview this week. I usually do a game week preview on Friday. But it's a deadline on Friday this week. So, some stats then. Game by game, these are the projected goals and clean sheet odds. The top teams for projected goals, we got Brighton, who are the number 1 team in the entire league for projected goals this week, 2.45. Hint about João Pedro captain, I guess. Newcastle, Wolves, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Tottenham, Brentford, Forest, Arsenal, Man United, and Liverpool are like the highlight teams in terms of projected goals. And then clean sheet odds, you got Brighton, Brentford, Forest, Arsenal, and Man United are the ones to back. And then the next screen is literally just a bigger view of all of that in an order, basically. So yeah, Brighton top team for projected goals, Arsenal top team for clean sheet odds. What we've got here is the top projected goal scorers. So the betting markets, the top projected goal scorers. And the top projected goal scorer this week, according to the betting markets, is João Pedro. So he's the number one player from the number one team for projected goals. So I think it makes sense. But it's very close. So between him and, well, you go all the way down to Salah, you know, there's like 0.1 goals in it, basically. Oh, sorry. No, there isn't. You go down to Whistler, there's like 0.1 goals in it. So it is all very close. Interestingly, of the big premiums, Palmer is the best. So just to bear in mind, we got Wood in second. And then this screen is just it's the same view, it's just got more players on it, basically. So, Jess, you're asking to be convinced on João Pedro? That's what I got for you. I'm not a salesman, but yeah, I'm just giving you the stats. Anyone see that? I splashed myself in my own water. Do you guys ever do that? You take a drink and then you turn the cup back round and it just splashes up and gets you in the face? That's what just happened then. Well, there's no betting market for predicted FPL points, mate. That doesn't exist. I'll show you predicted points in a bit. But this is betting market data. Is Son a sell after Fulham? Eddie, I would not do that, mate. Not worth it. Is there a Rob T graphic for it? Rob T FPL graphic for FPL points? Is there? Let's go and have a look. I'm going to go hunting, mate. Oh, yeah, there is. So there is. You're a genius. Hang on, we'll get that out of the way. There you go. Pedro Cap talked me out of it. Nah, man, I'm talking you into it with these. Goal points, though. Palmer is apparently the best. Palmer is apparently the best. He's got less projected goals than Pedro, but of course he scores more points for scoring a goal, right? So he's actually ahead. And then he's probably got more chance of assists too. So, yeah. FPL, Pedro Cap. Oh, I've literally 5 seconds ago just spoken to you. Yeah. Do it, man. Who are your other options in your team? I guess that's the question. Am I crazy for selling? Yeah, you're a little bit crazy. I don't like that move. I think it's luxury and unnecessary. I'm going to sell Guardiola because it saves me a load of cash. Is João Pedro a good buy? He's probably the best buy this week. He's the one player that you probably should buy this week, to be completely honest with you. I've bought him. I went early. I'm so keen I went early on him. After my 4 early transfers, maybe I should just continue my spontaneous run and captain Pedro. Go for it. How's that spontaneous run worked out for you? And then use that to decide if you want to continue it. Palmer, Saka, Cunha, Jackson, also my team. Yeah. I think if you want to go different this week, I think Palmer's the one. I think Salah's going to be the most popular captain. And then Palmer will be the... I just think Salah's the best captain. That's my opinion. Start one of Robinson or I start 8 Nori. Just captain Palmer. You say it like it's easy, mate. You say it like it's easy. We've actually got Lionel Messi in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think Yeah, I think Haaland. Yeah, I'm keeping him, mate. I think Haaland's going to do well over the next few fixtures. I wouldn't rule out a goal against Liverpool, particularly when they don't have Konate. Regret going Isak over Jackson. Well, you say that, but then Jackson's one yellow card away from a ban, mate, so I wouldn't worry. Am I crazy for going triple Arsenal's defence with Timber Calafiori for Raya? Oh, sorry, I've just seen that last comment. Am I crazy for going triple? No, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. But you do, in order to get Saka, you do have to sell one of them. Do you think Haaland will be back? Yes, I do. Will Trent play? I think even if Trent played, I wouldn't want to pick him. Yeah, Jess, I said that, but I also said I reserve the right to change it 5 minutes before the deadline. Just like this week, I reserve the right to change it from Salah to Palmer, but I don't feel like I'm going to. And to be fair, if you're probably not that interested, but there is a story behind why I changed the captain. There is a story behind it. I'm very pleased, Uwe. If there's anything I'm semi-decent at, it's Microsoft PowerPoint, mate. But yeah, I can reveal the backstory as to why I changed the captaincy last week, or you can just accept that I did it. So I don't need to explain my decision. Well, I probably do, to be fair, but there you go. How many points are you on? Let's have a look. There you go. That's the old boys, the Custard Cream FC. 747 points, 210k overall. Yeah, Mocha, I use PowerPoint, man. Do you have a look? Check this out. I'm avoiding answering your question, Jess. By the way. Yeah, look. There's my thumbnail in PowerPoint, look. And all the little graphics, snippets, it's all in PowerPoint. So I've got Salah and Palmer floating around, my little FPL shapes. Everything's in PowerPoint, man. And like my score predictions, do all that in PowerPoint. It's really good. And I just find it really easy to use. The transitions, I downloaded a free one. There's just so much on the internet of this kind of stuff. So yeah, I downloaded it off the Elgato website. Excuse me, there's like a pack of transitions you can get. But I think Father Christmas is going to have to give me a computer for Christmas, because my laptop is all right, but it struggles for live streams now. So I think in order to improve my live streams, I'm going to buy myself a PC, a cheap computer. The story of why I changed to Salah captain, I remember it very well. So I finished my deadline stream early because I was going to a friend's birthday on Saturday. And before I did, I thought I would go for a very quick gym session. And I thought with my very quick gym session, I would go for a deadlift personal best, which I succeeded in. So I hit my deadlift PR. I was like, right, I feel inspired now. And I was walking back to my flat, walking up the stairs, and then I thought, oh, well, if Haaland does well, that's going to be good. But if Haaland doesn't do well and Salah does do... Haaland doesn't do well and Salah does do well, it will hurt me more than the gain I would get from Haaland doing well and Salah not, if that makes sense. And for that reason, I thought, oh, screw it, I better go with Salah. And I'm glad I did. So that's what happened. I don't know why the deadlift PR was in it, but I feel like it changed my mood for the morning. It was a mindset shift, and it was a result of doing that. So there you go. You always got an A in school for pretty well. We'll see, man. I have actually gotten quite good at doing PowerPoints at work now. Oh, ooh, that's absolutely massive, mate. Thank you very much. So I'm going to the football tomorrow. Bristol City have got Plymouth Argyle at home. I always say this with Super Chats, but I will buy a coffee before that game, and I will remember the Super Chats I've gotten today, because that's what it's going to pay for. So I really appreciate that, mate. And it will also go towards the PC as well. Because, yeah, some of these transitions can be a little bit dodgy, and that's just my little laptop doing a right shift. I've had it for nearly 4 years now, to be fair. So it's done a good shift for me. Yeah, I'm just on a MacBook Pro, mate. I bought it refurbished as well. I think there's a website called Hoxton Max, and you can buy refurbished Apple products. Bowen I wouldn't captain Bowen this week. I wouldn't do that. I'd recommend a MacBook, mate. I really would. I'd recommend a refurbished MacBook. It's the way to go, I think. Refurbished Apple products, they do the job. Guardiola's been horrible. I wouldn't be surprised if Guardiola plays Ake. Interesting. I need to look into it, mate. But I think I'm going to get an iMac, because you can get a little iMac box for about 500, 600 quid. And it's probably 3 or 4 times more powerful than this laptop. So I think I will be doing that. I'm buying, by the way, I'm going to buy Timber for Guardiola, sad. So, yes, I agree. I would play Colwill, but right now I'm going to buy Timber for... yeah, I think so, Moko. I'm going to buy Timber. Pooters? What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, what, is that a bit of English language that I've just never come across before? Thank you very much, Rocky. I appreciate that, mate. I didn't see it either. I was trying to time it where I could be live when oh, Pooters, yeah, that's computers. Of course it is. I'm an idiot. I didn't see it either, mate. I really wanted to be live when it happened. But I was asleep, unfortunately. We did a little 10k celebration stream though, and I've got some disappointing news, guys. I bought a confetti cannon. I bought one. But look, it got damaged in the delivery, so it's broken. So it won't actually launch confetti out of it anymore. That's a bit sad. RTS, have you been in the stream the whole time? I just said I'm going to buy Timber for Guardiola, mate, like 5 seconds ago. Should we do that now? Should I lock my transfer in right now? I don't think we're going to get any news, are we? Just have to manually throw the confetti. Do a giveaway instead. Right. Should we do a transfer? Let's do it. Let's get this useless spud out of my team. Let's go for Timber. No doubt he gets benched this week now, doesn't he? No doubt about it, he gets benched. Yeah, going for Timber. It gives me the cash to make a few other changes in my team as well. Oh, I know, mate. Guardiola's going to score 2 goals, isn't he? Am I making the right call? I don't want to have second thoughts about this. I just want to do it. I just want to do it and get out of the way. But I look at Guardiola's upcoming fixtures and I think, oh, he could score in those. Oh, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Oh. There we go. It's done. It's done. So that's my team then. That's my team. Eustace Guardiola is gone, replaced by Timber. And I did Raul Jimenez to João Pedro yesterday because I saw Jimenez was due to go down by 0.1 and Pedro was going to go up. So yeah. It was the better move, Nixie, but I think this one was the smart move too. So Timber's in. How do I have a planner tab? Because I have the Fantasy Football Fix browser extension on but I don't know where it's gone now. I've got a browser extension. But I think it also makes my laptop run more slowly. So I might kill it in a sec. My first golden goal live. Wow, great to have you here, mate. Glad you appreciate my insights. Thank you. I have an issue. It's a long one. Currently got Son, Smith Rowe, and Mbumo, Palmer, Salah, João Pedro, Cunha, Wood. I want Saka, enough in the bank for SR. Right. Oh, so you could sell what? So you could sell Smith Rowe and get Saka? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Smith Rowe to Saka, mate. After you do it, why would you not want to do that? And then you'd have to bench someone. I see. That is an issue. God, that's disgusting, isn't it? That's a disgusting benching headache. My gut says Cunha. My gut says Cunha. So you'll have Son, Saka, Mbeumo, Palmer, Salah, João Pedro, Wood. Yeah. I'd bench Cunha. But that's a horrendous headache, mate. FPL guy, 100 points this week. Oh, massive, mate. In the top 1K. Lewis to Timber, we've done the same, similar sort of transfer, mate. Yes, I should definitely get Wes Burns now, shouldn't I? Good to see you, Liam, mate. I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow. Plymouth Argyle at home. Wayne Rooney is going to be at Ashton Gate. Absolute legend. So I'm looking forward to seeing Wayne Rooney tomorrow. And we see Wayne Rooney tomorrow. How good's that? Wood out next week? Yes, probably. That's why I've done Timber, because I can do Wood to Cunha. But we'll see. I still feel like Cunha is a little bit overrated. No, I'd stick with Bruno, mate. I wouldn't do Mbeumo to Bruno. Yeah, it's not worth a hit in my opinion, Ryan. I don't actually think Bournemouth are all that bad either. Rate my team. Raya, Guardiola, Trent, Porro, 8 Nori, Mbeumo, Palmer, Salah, Rogers. Great team. Not sure about the bench though, but it's a good team. Yeah, very much too luxury, Adam. I don't see the need. I think in a couple of weeks' time, you'd actually want to get rid of Mbeumo for Bruno anyway, so. Yeah, I think I can. Alexandru. Haaland and dibbling out for Saka and Isak. Yeah. If you've got no one on your bench, then do it. I think my team looks pretty good with Haaland still in it, I've got to say. So I'm going to stick to it. But, yeah. Wait, Kanate's out? You trolling me? Is that confirmed, is it? He just did an Instagram post say, oh, he's out for 5 to 6 weeks. Oh my God. That's huge. I'm glad I kept Haaland then. But yeah, look at this. We're just going to go on Instagram just to confirm. Because he did an Instagram post saying he'd be back for the next game. What a liar. Look at this. By the way, follow me. You can follow me on Instagram at GoldenGoalFF. I'm pretty sure that's my Instagram. Oh, I've been trolled. I've been absolutely trolled. It was an old Instagram post. I've been trolled on Twitter. This was an old Instagram post. So it is 5 to 6 weeks out. There you go. I got trolled by that. Also, if anyone's going to plug it, blatantly plug my Instagram. There you go. There's me. Give us a follow. Golden Goal FF on Instagram. If you want to see what goes on in my life outside of FPL, give us a follow on there. Yeah, I've been done then on Kanate. Yeah, it didn't matter that it was the Instagram. He's been confirmed out for 5 to 6 weeks now anyway. Cheers for that, Jess. I didn't know that. I told people the wrong thing. I told people fake news. Is it viable to buy Saka this week and Salah next week? I wouldn't. Do you see Man City as a bad fixture right now? Do you see that as a bad fixture? I don't. I think Gomez will play too. Oh, I've just remembered I've got Konate in my draft. Got to check my draft before we do anything else. I think Gomez is going to play, yeah, if you were to ask me. That's all right. We don't need to worry about it. Bloody Rico Lewis in my draft, though. Who else can we bring in? Who's available? Smith Rowe, McNeil. Slim pickings, isn't it? Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Oh. Saved. All right, let's go back. What if I don't captain Salah? Wow, it's going to be a mistake, mate. Paul, you're captaining Chris Wood. I love it. Yeah, Salah's by far and away the most popular. Look. Anyone want to donate some free transfers? No, thank you. Nah, not for me, mate. Is Quanta 3.9 million there? Is that actually happened? Is he 3. There's no way. He's 3.9 million. What? Did anyone else have this guy at the start of the season, by the way, at 4.5 million? Been absolutely done by him. He's only played 45 minutes. He's also not been very good in his Instagram DMs by the looks of it. He's been well and truly done. Wout Fass. I tell you what, he could do worse. He's pretty good at. He's got some pretty decent goal threat. He's a terrible defender. I saw him last season. He's terrible, but good in the box from corners and stuff. João Pedro for KA. Why not? Look at the stats. The stats are saying he's the most likely player this week to score. Well, Butters had an epiphany when he's putting his swimming goggles on. I'm intrigued, mate. How are you watching the deadline stream while you're swimming? That is something. I wouldn't be able to do that. Also, what goggles do you have? I'll show you mine. Here's my little goggle baglet. Here's what I got. Mine are made by a company called Arena. The Apple goggles. The Apple goggles? They do swimming goggles. I've got Arena goggles, mate. And they're so dark that you can't see anything behind them. So when I put them on, I look sick. And here's me swimming hat. Here's me club hat. Probably shown this already to people. Here we are. Bristol Henleys. Big ups. Well, see, I've got some Speedo. I've got some Speedo goggles as well, but they're my backups, mate, because they're not very good. Here's my Speedo ones. Speedo speed sockets. Yeah, there's the Speedo logo. Hang on. There you go. But I prefer the Arena goggles, mate. I prefer the Arena ones. No, they're not prescription, mate. I just wear contacts. I just wear contact lenses. Mini, yours are VR. What? VR swimming goggles? There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Swimming goggles by Apple that do VR. I don't believe you. You can get smart goggles. I know there is a thing of that, but they're not made by Apple. A few companies are doing smart ones. What else we got? Oh, yeah, I can do a full kit reveal if you want. But it's not that interesting. Hey, we're a diverse FPL channel here. There's so much going on. I can't talk about FPL for 3.5 hours, can I? Come on. Apple Vision. Oh, you called them swimming goggles, mate, and now they've become Apple Vision Pro. What's going on? RTS, I've been basically all my life, mate. All my life, pretty much. Off and on all of my life. Who is the best 4.4 million defender? Let's have a look. Let's go back to FPL and actually try and help someone with their team. Yeah, I'd probably say Lewis Hall. I don't mind Kirkez either. So yeah, I'd say Lewis Hall or Kirkez. Dunk. I'm just not 100% sure he's fit, but I think Dunk could be good as well. So yeah, I'd go Lewis Hall, Dunk, and Kirkez as my two. Yeah, Lewis Hall, or three, sorry, I said two. So I'll name three. Thor Thornton, putting it out there, thinks Lewis Dunk is a very attractive man. Hey man, if you think Lewis Dunk is attractive, who am I to judge? Fernandez to Saka for a minus? No, not worth it. Bench, Colwell or Dean? Flex the gold medal on stream. I didn't win any golds at the club chat. I do have a little medal selection though. Collection. Don't know if you can see it. There it is. There's my medals. You can also see my training trunks hanging up drying there as well. There you go. There's my medals. No, I would play Milenkovic. I think Milenkovic is the best Forest defender. So of all the Forest defenders, he's put up the most expected goal involvement of all of them. So I would say Milenkovic. Definitely backstroke. British 87, but I just swim freestyle in the main front crawl. But backstroke is my second best. Funnily enough, Adam, there was. So for the swimming world... No, for the Olympics, there was a fantasy game. A swimming fantasy game. And I actually helped a couple of my friends win some good money on bets as well by telling them swimmers that are going to win. You think that Ipswich are worse than Southampton? No. I think Ipswich are probably the best promoted team. Southampton, maybe the worst. I don't know. It's close. I'm very well, Cortex. I hope you are too. I agree on butterfly, but I did both of my rotator cuffs in the last 6 months. So the arm movement you have to do for butterfly really hurts. So I can't swim it basically. So I've just been avoiding it. I entered my next competition in February as well, so I'm training for that now. That's useful information. People were asking me about swimming. I did that today. Entered my next competition. No, FPL guy. He's very, very good, and he's probably the best to ever swim breaststroke. But no, I don't think he's the GOAT. I think Michael Phelps is the GOAT, mate. You've been drinking lots of water, Cortex. Any injury news? Yes, Kanate is out for like 4 to 6 weeks. Completely agree, Leonardo. This Christmas period, mate, is going to be insane. So I've tried to pick players who I think will get the most minutes in. Which is why I bought Colwell last week. I was looking at Luca Dean, Lewis Hall, or Colwell. I went for Colwell. I don't know about Gabriel, mate. Classic Arteta, he's not said anything. He's not given us any information. So I just went for Timber. I'm thinking about a differential. Go for Pedro, mate. Salah's not going to be a differential if you're looking to captain someone. You just get a water filter, Butters. That's what you need. Glim Parry. Yeah, nice transfer. I've just done Guardiola to Timber. I quite liked the extra cash in the bank because it allows me to do Chris Wood to Cunha next week if I still want to do it. I'm still in the back of my mind just thinking Cunha's a bit overrated. I don't know what you guys think, but I think I've lost my train of thought now. I read a message and it distracted me. It's really hard to do that when you see a message that catches your eye and then you lose your train of thought. Yeah, I just think Cunha might be a little bit overrated. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Coleman or Dean, I didn't pick. I don't think I did actually, did I? I used spin the wheel. I agree. If you have if you have Gabriel, play it. 100%. My decision was a bit different to that. I got Cunha last week and I'm happy. Good stuff. Yeah, I agree. I think Delap is pretty good, isn't he? Yeah, we'll see on Cunha. We'll see. But I just like the extra flexibility I have with the money I now have in the bank with my team. I guess I could also, let's have a look. If we go into Fantasy Football Hub and I get rid of Chris Wood. Where is he? Wood. Get Chris Wood back in. There he is. So this is my team next week. As it stands. So Wood's probably going to have to go. But then Man City's not that bad of a fixture. So if I sack him off for... Oh. Hopefully my stream hasn't crashed. Just had that. Hopefully we're still live. I'll reload. But yeah, I guess the big question is, who do you actually sell Chris Wood for? Last season, mate, I think I was 76k overall. I've not actually been playing FPL for all that long. The Dreamers canvas, I got like a... I don't get that, mate. I'm sorry. I'm glad that you're ranked really high. I just don't get the other one. I would sell Wissa first. Yeah, who do I actually replace Chris Wood with? I just refreshed the page, mate, to be honest. We are live and cooking. Huge. I would do... Oh, that's tough. Greaves, Conser, Lewis. That'd be my order. Oh, no. I'd say Greaves, Lewis, Conser. That'd be my order. What's your mini league code? Yeah, we'll crack it in the chat. Bear with. It's just loading. Funny enough, I'm the same, Butters. Funny enough. We might do Alex. I have to go in an hour and a half, though. I've been live for an hour and a half, and I have to go in an hour and a half. So we hopefully get news, but I cannot guarantee it. Kanate loves an injury, doesn't he? Hello, Keith. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Oh, huge. Thank you. A couple of people follow me on Instagram. Huge. I'll give you both a follow back. I'm all about the follow back, man. Got to follow the people back. There is a reset button. Yeah, sorry, I can't actually load what my mini league code is at the moment. I tried, but it's not letting me. So I go on it, invite people to join this league, and it just goes blank. Is it in the description? Let's see if we can get some people following. I'm pretty sure that's my Instagram. Yeah, Golden Go FF. I think I messed up with getting Isaac. Jackson is better. Nah, you'll say that, but then Jackson will get his fifth yellow card of the season and be banned, mate. So I wouldn't worry. YouTube's crashed again. YouTube's not playing ball at the moment. Keeps crashing. What's going on? You should be able to get the league code from the URL, should I? But that's not it. That's not the code. That's not the league code. Is it in the description? Let's have a quick look. Is it in the description? Oh, balls! It's not in the description. I'm a terrible YouTuber. I didn't even put it in the description. There we go. There's the link. There's the link. The league code is. Yeah, I need to get rid of the Discord link as well, don't I? I need to stop putting the Discord link in. It doesn't work. I don't use Discord. It's too much effort. I just didn't have the time, basically. So we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that now. Because huge Cortex. I'll follow you back, bro. We're all about the follow back. We're all about the follow back. Hey, mate, I need your help. I have Havertz and Gabriel. Should I take a -4 and get one out? So yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. Just a sec. Should I take a -4 and get one out as my bench is all out and not sure if either will play? No, I think you'll be fine. I think they'll both play. I think Gabriel, yeah, I think they play. You'll be fine. Crikey, that is a question, isn't it? I'd spin that back on you, mate. What is the context? Am I at home or am I at work? Because, you know, if you're at work, the former is the preferred. But if you're at home, it's the latter, isn't it? Let's be honest. Cunha's schedule is tricky. Bournemouth and Everton. Yeah, I agree on Cunha. I think he's overrated. I would play Verbruggen. Would I? Yeah, I play Verbruggen. Gabriel, I think Gabriel's going to be... Well, I'll put it to the chat as well. The people in the chat think Gabriel and Havertz play this week? Or should Keith take a hit to get rid of them? I would... I think both of them play. Hey, the best thing about work is being paid to use the toilet, let me tell you. Yeah, there you go. Everyone's saying they both play, mate. Cunha is the best Brazilian talent since Wayne Rooney. Funny you should say that. I'm going to be seeing Wayne Rooney tomorrow. My good mate Wayne. I would sell Lewis first. And potentially get Lewis Hall. Or Colwill. I'd keep them both, mate. Kuka, I'd keep them both. In my opinion, hit should only be used. I completely agree. Now, Bristol City got Plymouth. Frank Lampard has just joined Coventry. Hit to get Timber for Canate. Harry Trimble, it depends on who you have on your bench. If you've got bench cover for Canate, then don't do it. Could any... I don't mean to insult the guy, but I've just had a vision of Wayne Rooney trying to swim. Do you actually think he could? Just a random question, not making fun of people who can't swim. But yeah, I'd imagine watching Wayne Rooney swim is quite funny. I don't know. Coventry for relegation. Nah, that'd be fine. he's packed on the pounds, hasn't he, a little bit, as old Wayne, to be fair to him. You're captain in Parma. A buoyant head. Fair enough. Yeah, do it, man. Yeah, I funnily enough, if I really struggle to just float when I'm in the water. Like, you know, when you're in school or when you're younger and you get taught like the star float and stuff like that, I can't do it. I can't float. I have to move my body in order to float. So yeah, maybe he's probably more buoyant than me, to be fair. I've got Vandenberg as cover for Canate, so Timber can wait. Fair enough. Yeah, I'd wait then. Especially he's got Leicester, hasn't he? So yeah, I'd wait. I would wait. I think Palmer's a decent captain shout, you know. I'm favouring Salah, but I think Palmer's decent. That is a great story, Ewa. That is a great story. Timber is best seasoned. Do you season your wood then? Is that what you're saying? I did, Harry, mate. I did. I got rid of Guardiola, brought in Timber. I was thinking about doing Gabriel, and then I thought, well, with Ben White being injured, I would back Timber to play most of the games. I also think his his minutes are not as good as Gabriel's. I think he starts every game and then just gets some early subs, which could actually be beneficial, and locking in clean sheets early. And he saves me 0.7 million. So I quite like Timber. Yeah, I've been banging on about Cunha, Chris. I think he's a bit overrated. He's scored a lot of goals from outside the box, which I'm not sure is going to continue. I think that answered someone else's questions as well. Three footballers. Yeah, that's fair enough, Ua. That's the story about how a lot of people, younger people, older people, learn to swim. If you, Chris Gray, there's a great website to check out, Understat. If you go on Understat, if you Google Understat Premier League expected goals conceded, that will show you a Premier League table ranked by expected factor. We'll look now. I'll do it now. Bear with. Good to see you, Nils, mate. Good to see you. So here is the table. And then if we rank by expected goals against, Bournemouth sort of mid-table. One of the better ones, actually. There you go. I go Pickford, Harry. You don't want to be picking Kelleher because he just don't know how long he's going to be in the team for. Unless you're making a decision on who to start this week, then that's probably a bit tougher. I would still say Pickford, I think. He does, Moko, and I'm just not sure that's sustainable. I'm just not sure that's sustainable. RTS, man. You don't have to apologise for leaving early. You don't even have to say you're going. Absolutely fine, man. Have a good weekend. I wish you the best of luck. Someone asked me about my swim relay team, didn't they? You actually have 4 swimmers in a relay team, for what it's worth. They'd all be tall. That's why I'm not an Olympic swimmer, because I'm not tall enough. But I would have Peter Crouch, because I reckon he's got the limbs for it. Who else would I have? I'd have Ronaldo, because he can jump really high. Gareth Bale, because he's like, I reckon Gareth Bale will be good at anything, any sport. There you go. That's the team. Peter Crouch, Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, me. That's the team. I'm on the anchor. I'm on the final leg, chasing down the everyone else who's beating us because we've got 3 swimmers on an Olympic relay team. 3 footballers, sorry. There you go. Just going to see if there's any more news that's come out. Oh, yes, I haven't done any members' team reviews. Of course we can, Niels. It'd be my pleasure. If any members want to stick their FPL IDs in the chat, then I shall look at your team. Good to see Dakshin, mate. No, Sam, I think Joe Gomez is going to play. I would do what I did, mate. Do Guardiola to Timber. And then you could probably leave it. Or, no, yeah. Guardiola to Timber, Raul Jimenez to João Pedro is what I'd do there, Niels. Lalix. 3-1-2-1. This is just for members, I'm afraid, Dakshin, mate. What? I'm searching 3-1-2-1 and I'm not getting... Oh, that's so annoying. I'm getting people's team names that have 3-1-2-1 in them. What's your team name, Lalix? I'll type that in as well. I'll do Uas while we wait for that. What's going on here? It's telling me... What? Draft Hound's being silly. Let's try again. Yeah, we're just doing members teams. Yeah, it's being silly. It's just doing team names as opposed to IDs. You have to send me your team names, guys. Yeah, it's not working. You're going to have to send me your team names. Season's end. Oh, God. This is really hard. I hope you can see what the problem is. It's not letting me... It's been really weird. Oh, that's you there. 256485. There you are. Save and continue. I would probably start... I'd probably start 8 Nori over Dallo. But other than that, Dallo and McNeil swapped. Okay, what did you do? Oh, you swapped them as your... What? Have to help. What have you done with your team, mate? What have you done? Keith, love you, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, cool. I would do that then, mate. I just have 8 Nori over Dallo and then the rest of the team is fine. Cheers, Keith. Appreciate that, mate. Lalix, let's try and find you. What's your team name, Lalix? For some reason, it's been really weird on... I can't search for FPL IDs. Yeah. Why is it not working? My pleasure. Thank you for being a member. You deserve it, mate. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm struggling to find your teams because it's not letting me search by FPL ID, unfortunately. Yeah, you take care, Keith. Have a good one, bro. Hang by a thread. Let's have a look. And your ID was 3121. Let's see if it's there. No. Oh, it's so annoying. I'm really sorry, man. Yeah, it's not working, is it? Certainly not. I don't see 3121 here. No, I don't see it. If you become a member, you'll get early access to pretty much all of the videos that I make. And yeah, I'll see your messages more easily in the chat. You get to directly support the channel and me, and I will review your FPL team if you stick your ID in the chat. That's how it works. I'm really struggling to help people review their teams, though. We'll go to FPL review. How about that? Haven't logged into FPL review yet. We've got 17 minutes before it stops working. Let's see if we can use FPL review. What's going on? Good evening, Alex. I hope you're doing well, mate. I hope you're doing well. What are your plans? If you're willing to let us know in your amazing rank, what are your FPL plans this week? This is Lalex's team. I wouldn't do anything, mate. It looks great. This is what FPL review is saying to do. Bruno Fernandes to Saka. Ow. Interesting. Yeah, can you do Bruno Fernandes to Saka? Because I do quite like that. I think that is a good move if you can do that. Bruno Fernandes to Saka does make sense. just loading. Yeah. Or I do quite like that. Yeah, it's basically finding a way to find that 0.1 million then, I guess. But I don't mind that at all, actually. Yeah, don't mind that at all. Yeah. You know what, mate? I would consider doing, this might sound really controversial, but I would consider doing Watkins to João Pedro and Bruno to Saka. And then next week, if Jackson gets his cards, he's got a lot in the bank to do other stuff. You can upgrade your defence. I quite like the thought of doing Watkins to João Pedro. I do. Hopefully that helps you, mate. But I would try to get Saka in if I could. I did share the code. I'm pretty sure I shared it. Apologies if I didn't. This, in fact, should be here. There you go. There's the league. That should work. Yeah, that should work. That link should work for you to join the league. Little scared of not owning João Pedro, yeah. Sometimes you can't have them all though, mate. You can't have them all. Just going to see if there's any news on Twitter. Right. Jump the wave. Let's see if you've got any lineup predictions. No, we haven't. I'm going to try Blue Sky a second, see if there's anything on Blue Sky. Did DCL to Jackson, benching Jimenez, pop? Fair enough. Should I play Johnson, Davies, or Aina? Johnson. Always play the attacking player, in my opinion. We're waiting for the lineup predictions. Emma's put on Blue Sky. They should be ready around 4 p.m. It's 4:17 now. So hopefully we get them soon. Got some notifications to get through there as well. Excuse me. Big sneeze. Nicholas Curtis. I sold Foden, Lewis, Haaland, and Semenyo for Saka, Salah, Hall, and Cunha. What do you think? Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. You're not all in for Cunha? Nah, I think he's overrated. Thank you, Ua. That was a big sneeze, wasn't it? I would risk Johnson. I would, yeah. Lalix, I'm unfortunately unavailable this evening. I have to go. I have to leave this stream in about an hour as well because my swimming club is having a presentation evening that I'm going to go to. So unfortunately, I ain't going to be able to watch the game, but I'll keep an eye on it. Triple captain Salah, you said that earlier. It's an option. Could you look at my team? We just did members in Super Chats today, and we already had a look at a fair few teams. If you want to join as a member or do a Super Chat, but I might open it up to others a bit later on. Saying Cunha is overrated. Well, he scored 3 or 4 goals from outside the box. Do you think that's sustainable? Just my opinion. Are you considering Saka for Haaland? Yeah, but I'm not going to do it. It's crossed my mind, but I ain't going to do it. Who should I bench? Collins, Aina, Dallo, Hall. Yep, Konate's out 4 to 6 weeks. I would bench. Well, how many of those do you? How many of those do you need to bench? Is it just one? If it's just one, I'd bench Collins. Yeah, that's fair enough, Antonio. How about Zhao captain? Yeah, I don't mind it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Half his goals are basically screamers, and I just don't think that's sustainable. That's all my point is. I'm just being a bit hard with my language, I guess. Konate's out for 4 to 6 weeks. Should you bench Robinson or Dean? I'd bench Robinson, mate. That was easy to answer. I'd bench Robinson. Oh, no. I've just answered that with 2 different questions, and it's not actually that easy. What I just said was a complete lie. I have no idea, mate. I would get a coin out, Kato. I would get a coin out and I'd flip it. Same, Lucas. Same. No, I think Gomez will start. Ayub, you can see my team. I've got all 3. You can see what my opinion on that one would be. Yeah, Nils, I know, mate. I'm going to keep Haaland long term, mate. That's my plan. I'm going to back him. I quite like the idea of backing Haaland. Nah, Alex, not seen anything, mate. I'll admit, I'm not really someone who gets first dibs on the leaks. So I'm probably not your best source for that. But I actually went for, I think I'm 90% that Gabriel plays, but I went for Timber instead because I think Timber plays very similar minutes and is 0.7 million cheaper. Do you like Odegaard? Do you? But I would probably have Bruno Fernandes and Mbumo over him still, personally. I think he's great and all, but I just think you can do better in FPL. Just my opinion, though. I'm very pleased to hear that, Kato. I'm hoping my English is a good example to learn from. I'll try and speak properly. What language do you speak in Morocco? It's not French, is it? You don't speak French in Morocco. I agree. And you look at his stats, right? You should look at his stats. And yes, he's been poor, but the XGI he's put up has still been really good. So I'm not too concerned. People can keep selling him. I'm happy to hold. And you can't say my team. Yeah, that's exactly what I did, Alex. That was the exact move that I made. And I've done Jimenez to João Pedro too. You speak Arabic, fair enough. I've forgotten what I was going to say now. But yeah, I think the rest of my team's pretty good. That's fair enough, Niels. Should I play Wood or Bruno? I play Wood. Rocky, it's good to have you back, mate. What made you captain? I just believe in him more, mate. Yeah, form over X. Yeah, my gut says he's going to do better. Quite honestly. We speak Dariji. Fair enough. Fair enough. Agree, Alex. The last dance of Wood. I think he's going to become Cunha for me next week, which is why I did Timber, because if I did Guardiola to Gabriel, I wouldn't be able to afford Cunha for Wood. So now I can. I think that makes sense. Also feels good owning João Pedro now as well. I feel relaxed. I feel very relaxed about my team this week. Jimbo the Daddy. Raya in goal. So which 3 of 8? Nori, Timber, Hall, Kirkez should I start? 8 Nori, Timber, and Hall. Oh, Wood to Jalpet. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Palmer or Salah? Who should I captain? Don't be biased. I speak a bit of German, to be fair. Salah, mate. Honestly, I'm not getting annoyed at this, but it might not be like I don't know because I don't watch deadline streams. But if you see that I've got 2 players in my team that you're having a captaincy dilemma over, and I've captained one, does that not answer your question? I speak a bit of German, yeah. I did German in school, but other than that, not really. I've been lucky. Everywhere I've gone as a tourist, I can get away with speaking English, which is obviously, I don't know what the correct word for that is. Hey, Terry, it's all good, man. Don't need to apologise. I was just saying. What rank am I? You can't actually see it. I'm 210k overall. Yeah. Question for Jess and the rest of the chat. Can any of you guys speak a second language? I imagine most of you, well, quite a lot of you are already, to be fair. I'm not German, though. Guten Tag, Moko. And also, my German accent is terrible. So I'm a bloke that comes from Bristol who just says German words. I don't have an accent. V Gates. I think Timber is the best option for Konate. Speak Arabic, French, and English. Fair enough. 3 languages. My own language and English. That's it. Wow, it's better than me. Speak some Filipino. English is actually my second language. Fair enough. Reasonable Hindi. That's impressive. Is that a family thing, Niels? Is Colwill okay? Yeah, that's why I picked him, Toro. I feel like he is very safe. Afrikaans. Nice. Derivative Dutch. There you go. That's pretty sick. They're sort of, well, Dutch is similar to German, so they're all kind of the same, aren't they? That's really cool. Who do you think is the best differential in the game? Oh, that's a huge question. English, Spanish, French, German, Italian, and Japanese. Holy shit. That's pretty cool. I'm going to keep him Bumo. I speak Northern. It does count. It does count. Percentage owned. Right. Because it's probably going to... I'm going to look at midfielders then. Less than 10%. Maddison. I like Maddison. I like Son too. Maddison and Son for midfielders. Forwards. I've just sold him, but I like Raul Jimenez. Defenders. Yeah, I'm going to go Maddison. Maddison is my number 1 differential. I will get 82 points for this team. I'll take 82 points. I'll take 82 points. Can't wait for Liverpool versus City. It's going to be good. What are your guys' predictions for the Liverpool City game? What do you think is going to happen? I'll put my light back on myself. There you go. Yeah, I did the same thing, Sivasanka. Is that correct? I bought Colwill because I looked at Chelsea's fixtures and I thought, they look pretty good. Which they do. And I also thought that he's going to play every game, whereas the alternatives you could bring in are minutes risks. So I just went for Colwill because I think he's going to play every game. Hopefully that helps. 0-0, 1-1, 3-1. No, I don't think he's nailed. That's why I think he's a good differential. 3-1. Yeah. I've gone 2-2. Same number of goals, sort of. But I've gone 2-2. Yeah, take a draw. That's my predictions. I wish I could read Arabic, Kato. Although I do know you've got to read it right to left, which is very different. I would start 8 Nori and Timber, Sam. I think I would. Any of those score predictions you want to rip into me for? I think they're all fair enough, to be honest. My pleasure, man. That's what I'm here for. I'm glad I helped. I'm going to keep him, Bumo. I said that already. I'm going to keep him. I don't think the fixtures are actually all that bad. I think Aston Villa, he could score there. Newcastle, he could score. Chelsea, I'm not too worried about the upcoming fixtures, to be honest. I think I'm going to have to stick with him for the time being. 3-1 City. Wow. Got some City fans in here who'd love you for saying that, mate. Yeah, man, I'm going to bench Colwill. Someone else asked that question, Nicole, as well. I would probably play Verbruggen. I have Lewis, Gabriel, 8 Nori, Mikolenko, and Aina. In case Gabriel doesn't start, should I take a -4 and sell Lewis for Van Heck / Colwill? No. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm hoping actually that's the case, Alex. I want some points from Haaland. I think I deserve something from Haaland after the faith I've put in him. Were you not watching, Jess? I had him on screen. There you go. Oh, I reported the wrong way. There you go. Would be typical FPL though. City, yeah, absolutely. I've just read that. My premiums are Haaland, Palmer, and Salah. The rest of the team is set. Should I transfer out Haaland and Semenyo? Nah, don't take a hit, mate. Not worth it. Not worth it. Those are my predictions. Flecken can't have back-to-back clean sheets. Well, that would be... I'd be very happy if he did. Very happy if he did. I understand, Jess. I understand. What's for dinner? Back in Ipswich clean sheet. Did I back it? You're backing Ipswich to keep a clean sheet. I think Forest are gonna... I think they're winning that. Gotta say, mate, I think Forest are winning that. Liverpool 5, City 4. Yeah, I'll take that. I take 4 goals from Salah and a hat-trick from Haaland. That'll make me very happy. In fact, Haaland can outscore Salah for all I care. I think that probably benefits me, actually. My predictions are going 3-1 to Brighton tonight against Southampton. Brentford 3, Leicester 0. Newcastle beating Crystal Palace 1-0. Forest 2, Ipswich 0. Wolves and Bournemouth is 2-2. I've got Arsenal beating West Ham 3-1, even though I've just bought Timber. Chelsea beating Villa 3-2. Man United beating Everton 2-0. Spurs 3, Fulham 1. And then Liverpool, Man City I've got as a 2-2. That's my predictions. I will bench Haaland for Garnacho. What do you think? No. I wouldn't do that. I don't even know if Garnacho's going to play, mate. Crosby, Oaks, Wood to João Pedro this week or next. Have Watkins plus Wissa. I'll do it next week, mate. Do it next week. You can't sell Wood ahead of Ipswich, I don't think. I don't think you can do that. I don't think that makes sense. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to grab a tissue. I've been sneezing on this live stream, and I think what I need is a tissue. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Also, I've been live for so long, it's now pitch black outside. Completely nighttime. And it's 4:30. It's 4:30 and it's dark. How depressing is that? I'm just going to shut my door. Oh. I hope they come right too, Anthony. Apart from the Arsenal one, I hope they keep a clean sheet. I just got a feeling Bowen scores. I would go João Pedro, captain. When are you playing your free hit? I haven't decided, mate, to be honest. I haven't decided. It all just depends on how the doubles and blanks fall. I've no plan to use it at the moment, mate, and I think that's probably the best way to be. I just don't think it's worth planning that far in advance. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. Who do you support, Rocky? For you to be saying, hope we don't bottle the league. Liverpool. I think your entire season depends on Gravenberch staying fit. It's like Arsenal when they challenged Man City the first time round and Saliba got injured. It's like that. Well, I don't actually think Raya is the best goalkeeper in FPL. I think the two best goalkeepers in FPL are Pickford and Onana. Said that since the start of the season. I think they're the two best. Pros and cons of Jackson captain. Well, he's got a reasonable fixture, but he doesn't take penalties. I would personally, if I'm giving the armband to someone, I'd want it to be a penalty taker. Just my opinion. Son captain's good option, mate. Good option. I just don't think Son under Ange has been the Son that we know and love. I don't know. I don't think he's been quite there. I think Joe Gomez will play in Konate's place, mate. Would you go from Evan Nilsson to João Pedro? Yeah, probably would. João Pedro does take pens. Do you think Palmer or Saka is a better captain option this week? Oh, I think they're... Honestly, mate, I think they're 50-50. I do like the idea of captaining Saka, though. Because I think the order, it'll be Salah most popular, Palmer second most popular, and then a free-for-all. So I think Saka will be the more differential. But I don't necessarily think he's the best. Bench Fernandez or Garnacho, or get Saka in for a -4. Oh, what? That scenario doesn't feel right to me. Why is the alternative to benching someone taking a hit? I don't get it. Doesn't make sense to me, I'm afraid. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Let's see if... Emma's dropped her expected or predicted lineups. Ahmed or Diaz? You asked that at the beginning of the stream, I remember. I still haven't come to a decision, you know? I don't know. Oh, you got to say Diaz, haven't you? You got to say Diaz. Here we go. Lineup predictions. Here we are. So Arsenal. Gabriel, can you see that? Zoom that boy in. There we go. So Arsenal, Gabriel is 95% to start. Gabriel, Saliba, Calafiori and Timber 100%, according to the predictions. Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, Rice, Partey and Havertz. Looks like the lineup. Newcastle, Pope and goal, Sherburn, Hall, Livramento, Gordon, Bruno G, Joe Linton, Longstaff and Isak looking most likely to start. Spurs, looks like it's going to be Forster in goal, Porro, Udogi, Davis, Dragusan, Son, Maddison. Maddison is popular to start by the looks of it. Brennan Johnson is actually not 100% to play, which is interesting. Only 40% of people have said Brennan Johnson's going to play. Oh, and that's all we've got so far. Let's see if she's posted on Twitter. Which one's she posted on more? Twitter or Blue Sky? Let's have a look. Blue Sky's gone first, but oh no, she's all over Twitter. Here we go. There's Man United predicted lineup. Liverpool predicted lineup. Aston Villa. There we go. Arsenal, Villa. Let's zoom that in. Martinez 100%. Cash, Concert, Poe Torres, Luca Dean's 100% to play. Tielemans, Kamara, Bailey, McGinn, Rogers, Watkins. Brighton. Verbruggen is 100%. Estupinian 100%. 22% for Dunk. 78% for Igor. Van Heck and Veltman are 100. Mitoma, Ruter, O'Reilly. It's between O'Reilly and Weaver. Ayari, whoever that is. And then Pedro and Welbeck, 100%. Everyone's backing them to play. Sanchez in goal for Chelsea. Cucurella, Gusto, Colwill, Fofana, Palmer, Madueke, Neto, Caicedo, Enzo and Jackson. Liverpool, Kelleher in goal. Trent, looks like he's 100% to play. Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, Gomez, well, he's definitely going to play over Konate. That's old news. Luis Diaz is 87% to start, so that'd be enough for me to start him, whoever asked that question. 100% for Salah, 97% for McAllister, Jones, Gravenberch, Darwin and Gakpo. Man City, Ederson in goal, Guardiola's 85%, Akanji's 100%. Then it's a bit of a mess as to what the rest of the defence looks like. Yeah, that Man City lineup is very unpredictable, but Haaland is 100% to play. Man United is going to be Onana, Dalot, Martinez, De Ligt, Mazwari, Bruno Fernandes, Ahmad, Rashford and Højlund by the looks of it. And then that's Newcastle and Spurs who we've just looked at. Those are all your predictions. Do you believe Wood can score versus... Yeah, sure. Sure he can. That's another thing as well. I am... You know, I could do Wood to Cunha, or I could keep faith in Chris Wood. Rocky, man. I said this. Bro. They're all in my team and I've got Salah. Just saying. Don't stress, man. But yeah, I've got Salah captain. Is Gabriel playing? I want to buy him. I think he'll play. No, there is no news to confirm either way because there won't be. Arteta will not give that information away. But I'm pretty sure he does. Don't apologise, bro. It's all good. It's all good. I've got another... We'll do another 15 or 50 minutes, half an hour on the stream, and then I'm going to shoot off, if that's okay. Well, Dara, this week definitely, but I do think he's a sell in the future. I mean, he's out for 4 to 6 weeks, so that's New Year. The entire Christmas period now, Newcastle, Liverpool don't have Konate. As I've brought Timber, mate, quite simply. I went for Timber. My defence next week will be Colwill, Gahey, Mikalenko. This way, I can afford all the premiums. Fair enough? I wouldn't do it, Darren. I prefer Salah, as you can see. Kelleher's definitely not nailed, no. It's only a matter of time before Alisson comes back in. I keep saying about Cunha, man. I don't think those goals from outside the box are sustainable at all. I think they're going to dry up Very soon. Very soon. If I get Timber, it locks Saka. Would you do it? As in, you can't get Saka? I probably wouldn't do it then. If you're desperate to get Saka. Huge from John. Good to see you in the chat, mate. Hope you're doing well. Got another 15 minutes on the stream, and then we're gonna shoot off. I've got a presentation evening for my swimming club tonight. Pedro in for Delat for a -4. I'm not sure about that. I'd probably do it, but I wouldn't be 100% sure about it. I'm keeping my options open, Ivan. Keeping my options open. I think Cunha is the natural replacement. But I just think Cunha's a little bit overrated. I don't think he's that much better than Chris Wood, is what I'm trying to say. And like, you could get quite easily put off by Chris Wood's upcoming fixtures. But could Chris Wood conceivably score against Man City, Man United, and Villa? Yes, I think so. So yeah, I'd have that in mind. So I don't know why I held my phone up to my face then. I don't mind captaining Wood. I think there are better captaincy options, but I don't hate it. I have Son, so not desperate for Saka, but he is a great option. He is. He is a good option. I don't have him, and I'm a little bit worried about it, but I can't get him in. So you just have to roll with it. Sometimes you got to roll with it. Let's just see if there's any leaks. This weekend is going to be a massive one for FPL content, by the way. We're gonna be hardcore on the FPL stuff for the next few days, to be fair. So tomorrow I will have a video going out after the last kickoff finishes. Sunday I will do 2 live streams and a video. So I'll do a reaction stream in the morning, a reaction stream in the evening, and a video during the day, which will go out after the reaction stream. I'll have a video going out on Monday, and then it's the deadline on Tuesday. So we'll be deadline streaming Tuesday evening. What a crazy time. What a crazy time. I wouldn't have Quansah, mate. I think it's going to be Gomez that plays. Yes, I made 2 transfers. I did Raul Jimenez to João Pedro, and I did Guardiola to Timber. I thought Guardiola to Timber made sense because I think Timber's better, and he saves me quite a bit of cash. And then we'll be making videos all the way through the week until a deadline stream on Saturday. Indeed, mate. It's going to be a crazy time. It's going to be a crazy time. I think Raul to Pedro makes sense, doesn't it? How far are we away from Christmas? It ain't far at all, is it? That's this week. That's the deadline next week. Bloody hell. Then it's Saturday. Then it's another Saturday. And then it's Christmas. Blimey. Can you believe how quickly this year has gone? Funny enough, there's someone in the chat called Uwe. That's funny. I wouldn't do Wood to João Pedro this week, no. I'd stick with Chris Wood against Ipswich. Don't get carried away. I think Bukayo Saka's a perfectly decent captain. Yeah. See? Uwe's in the chat, look. He's still here. Anyone at 4.3 worth putting on the bench, or are we confident enough that Gabriel plays? I'd be confident enough that Gabriel plays, mate. In fact, I'd take the 0-pointer rather than make a transfer. Genuinely. It sounds mad, but I would. Eight Nori is still 1 yellow from a ban, but it is what it is. Yeah. Right, I'll stay on for another 10 minutes. I'm starting to fade a little bit, guys. I've been live for, what, 2.5 hours. Flown by, though. I really appreciate it. That's what I'm here for, John. I'm glad it provided some entertainment as well as some advice. Harmony's in the chat. Good to see you. Unfortunately, I'm only going to be live for another 10 minutes, but it's great to see you. You're from near Boreham Wood. Is there a UFO in the sky? Is there? Have a look. Haven't heard about that, mate. But that's what we do, mate. We work hard at this. I think so, Moko. Hall, Harmony, Hall, definitely Hall. And yeah, well done. Hard day at work. Hard. It's the week's over now. It's Friday. Well, hopefully the week's over now for you. Feels weird that I'm not going to be waking up on a Saturday morning and doing a deadline stream. Instead, I'm going to do a leg day. That's my plan tomorrow morning. I'm going to do a leg day. Because we've got to get those gains, man. Leg day stream. I might consider it. Legs with Wayne Rooney. I'm going to do leg day and then go and see Wayne Rooney. What a day. What a day. I'd be surprised if it was actually sunny in Hook. I've just looked out the window. Harmony, and it's dark. Good luck, John. Oh, can you transfer in West Ham? I'm not massive on West Ham defenders. I think Brighton are the ones. But, you know, couldn't rule it out. Who's with you? I don't mind it, mate. I actually don't mind the Saka captaincy at all. I don't mind it. No worries, Bert, mate. Have a good weekend, and I hope your FPL team goes well. And hopefully I'll catch you on one of the other 2 live streams that I'll be doing on Sunday. There's not really any point doing a live stream tomorrow, is there? Because it's just been one game. Like, reacting to one game, not really worth it, is it? Haaland and Mbumo / ESR Johnson. Not huge on that. Good luck, John. I've got to go soon. I've got another 5 minutes. So if anyone's got some final questions they want to ask, go for it. I've got 5 minutes left. We'll get ready. I'll be looking my best tonight for the awards evening. Do you watch every game each game week? I must admit, this season I've actually been pretty poor at watching the games, especially here in the UK because you can't get the 3 PM kickoffs. So basically, all of these games tomorrow, I'll just have to watch the highlights of, and then West Ham Arsenal. I'll probably be making a YouTube video while that's on, but I'll do my best to catch a bit of it. And then tomorrow I'll probably watch some of the games with my dad. To be fair, I'll go back home. I've got a usual Sunday tradition of going back home to have a roast dinner at my dad's house and then see my mum and my granddad and stuff back home. So I will probably watch some of that. And then I'll try my best to watch as much as Liverpool Man City as I can. But again, I'll be making another YouTube video during that game. So we'll do my best. But it's not for want of not wanting to watch. Sorry. It's not because I don't want to watch the games. It's because I'm usually making a YouTube video, to be honest. Why can you not get the 3 p.m? Well, quite simply, I don't know why. It's some rubbish law they've got in the UK where you're not allowed to televise the Saturday 3 p.m. kickoffs. The idea is it promotes more people to go to the games. There's a name for it. There's an official term for it. I can't remember what it is. The blackout, 3 p.m. blackout, that's what it's called. So you can't watch 3 p.m. games, basically. I'd bench Batoma, Logan. Do you watch all the games, Jess? That's the question. I got to admit, I find it very hard to even get excited to watch Man United play, to be completely honest with you. Bless me. Use a VPN. Match the day for the games. Your weekend highlight is watching Man United, is it? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, you watched them all. I got you. Because nobody would go to the games if they were televised. They would. They would. Premier League games, they would. Championship, Football League ones, less so. But Premier League games, they would. Geez, all right. I'm just reading the chat, man. The chat's moving quickly. It's hard to keep track of. Wood captain? Yeah, I think Wood's a decent captain option. They do have a monopoly. They always have for as long as we can remember. It just is what it is. It's quite expensive too. But thankfully, I use my dad's Sky Go. Where did this term hate watch come from, by the way? It's a new term I've come across in the last few months, a hate watch. Where's that come from? Man United quadruple. It's only us and Liverpool that are undefeated in Europe at the moment. You got a season ticket, have you, Treble? Huge. You must have. You've had a good time of it in recent years, then. Maybe not recent weeks, but recent years. Best defenders under 5 million. Let's have a look. I quite like the Sky pundits. I do. I quite like him. I love Roy Keane, as you'd probably expect. Yeah, 8 Norries on 4 yellow cards, though. I actually say Mazwari's a good shout. Then it's Brighton. I really like Mazwari, you know. You can't with that Arsenal game, can you? Lewis Hall. There you go. Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall or Colwill. Why not? No, Uwer, I haven't actually messaged Ross since it got cancelled, to be honest. So I'll probably give him a shout this weekend and see when I can potentially get back on. Yeah, it's quite annoying. I bought him a little gift as well for having me on the podcast. I've eaten some of it now because I didn't get to go on. But yeah, I bought him I could say there's only 43 people watching. I bought him a little golden goal mug to say thank you for going on. And I was planning to give it to him while we were on the podcast. But yeah, unfortunately, the entire of the southern UK's trains were cancelled on Monday, so I couldn't do it. Ross's FPL Raptor, Moko, he's started a podcast this season, and I was meant to be going on that on Monday. But unfortunately, All the trains in my area of the country were cancelled, so I couldn't go. He's got a studio in London, but I couldn't go. It is what it is. Do you think we will win tomorrow? I think so. I'll be there, mate. I will be there. Hopefully we do win. Oh, John. I wish I had the time, mate. I wish I had the time. Are there any others who were? I don't know. That is what it is. There'll be another time. I'm almost sure of it. It is what it is. Give up swimming. I don't want to give up swimming, mate. I want to stay fit and healthy. And the time I spend in the pool isn't couldn't be replaced with a podcast. Yeah, not the kind of swimming that I do. That's not relaxing, but it keeps me fit and it's a good hobby. I'm not going to stop it. I'm quite happy with what my the plates that I'm spinning with my life at the moment. I just get Greaves, mate. Just get Greaves, Akshay. Just get Greaves. I've stayed on a bit longer than I wanted to. All right, I've got another 5 minutes. Feel free to ask me any final questions. It doesn't have to be FPL related. I don't know why I'm on the transfer screen, by the way. There we go. That's how we're lining up, ladies and gentlemen. That's the team. I think Son is being protected. Who will win the? I've got a sneaking suspicion Arsenal win the Champions League. I think Liverpool win the Prem and Arsenal win the Champions League. Is that an outrageous prediction? I think Arsenal win the Champions League. Is that outrageous? I don't know. I think they win it. Plug your mugs, mate. Oh, you were the one that bought. I was going to say, someone made right. So it was momentous, absolutely momentous. So I don't plug them very much because I don't want to force people to buy, products or whatever. But I've been selling mugs and stickers on this channel for pretty much 2 years, right? And the only person that's bought them is me for other people. And I got an email a few days ago. Someone bought a mug and a sticker, and I was over the moon. And it was you. What a legend. Thank you so much. So yeah, you are the first person in 2 years to actually buy one. So I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. I hope you find it useful. Here's my mug. It's got an apple in it at the moment because I just ate an apple. There you go. I'm very grateful, mate. How many mugs? There's probably about 10 in my cupboard, to be honest. In terms of golden goal mugs, I've only got one because I buy them as gifts for other people. Will, huge, mate. You should do your uni assignment, though. That's all I'm saying. They're important. I'm only going to be live for another 2 minutes anyway, so you might as well stick around. Right. I think I'm going to sign off now. If you do have any more questions, stick them in the chat. I'll spend another minute waiting and then we'll see. It's the weekend. Winner of FA Cup? Could be anyone, mate. I've no idea. Chelsea. Let's go Chelsea. They still in it? Go Chelsea. You too, Ua. Hope everyone else has a good evening too. Yeah. Well, Greaves has been injured, so I'm not 100% that he'll play. Likely, but not 100%. Keeper is Flecken, and I'm captaining Salah. Keeper is Flecken, and I'm captain. Oh, I need to do one thing, actually. I need to do my fantasy challenge team. I'll do that a second, and then I will sign off. Liverpool and Man City players earn double points. Oh, my God. It's a recipe for disaster, that, isn't it? Can go for Sells in goal. Quiz has been and gone, John. You missed the quiz, bro. You missed the quiz, man. Guardiola. I don't want Guardiola. What am I doing? Transfer him out. Get Gabriel in. Midfield, Salah, Haaland. You have to go back, mate. You have to go back. Budget exceeded. Oh, Pedro. Going to get João Pedro in. You've got to get João Pedro in. Where's Timber when you need him? You have to look at them. I don't set the prices. I made them on a website called Spreadshop, and they set the prices. So I don't actually know. They will probably have gone up since I put them on the store originally. And for what it's worth, I think I make £1 on each purchase. So they're not necessarily to make me loads of money. It's nice to have if you like the channel. So yeah, I don't set the prices, I'm afraid. So if they are a bit high, it is what it is, I'm afraid, mate. There's my team. I'm gonna go Haaland captain. Right, there we're done. I'm gonna go hop in the shower and then get ready. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really enjoyed that stream. What a nice way to spend a Friday afternoon with you lovely people. Yeah. Hope you have a good weekend. Best of luck for FPL. And let's hope Haaland scores a few, because I've kept him.